Can relationships work after someone cheats? I'm Jay, EscobarJ.com, and today's subtopic is going to be values, integrity, and loyalty. So here's the deal. Once a cheater, always a cheater. 9 times out of 10, if somebody's going to cheat on you or if somebody does cheat on you, it's only bound to happen again. It's just a matter of time. Okay. I learned this the hard way. You think that you can forgive somebody, you can mend things, you can make it work and patch things together, and you think you can fix the other person. But that's exactly why you shouldn't stay in a monogamous relationship with someone who's been unfaithful to you. Because here's the thing, as long as things are going well, a cheater will probably be loyal to you as long as things are going well. But the moment things are not going well, the moment things start going sideways or whatever, life is ups and downs, life is rough, and there's no perfect life out there that just has no problems. So as soon as something goes wrong, typically that's where the devious behavior begins. So at that point, honestly, it's just best to walk away, just to find somebody else who values you and who's going to be loyal to you through thick and thin. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have relations with a cheater if you really want to. If you want to, if you want to play with fire, you may get burned. Just keep that in mind. So, but you can, it's best to not be in a monogamous relationship with somebody who has loyalty issues or who's cheated, or if you find red flags of them cheating on somebody in the past when you're in the dating process. Your time and energy are just going to be they're going to be much better spent, and you're going to get a much better payoff trying to find somebody else who does have good moral values and who will be loyal to you, rather than trying to fix a broken mirror, so to speak. And the thing about cheaters is cheaters don't value integrity, honesty, and loyalty. And the reason they don't value those things are because they weren't raised with good moral values. They didn't have anybody to teach them those good morals and values, or they didn't have any good examples, because kids, they learn from osmosis. They learn by watching and doing and trying and failing and trying and failing. That's how kids learn. And so with kids that don't get those values and that good structure, their normal is dysfunction. And they may not even realize that their normal is dysfunctional. And it may even not be clear to you when you're dating them, or when when you meet somebody and you get to know them. It may not be very clear. That's why you date. But again, it's not your job to fix anybody else. It is your job to attract somebody who does have high morals and high values. And that means you need to be very selective in the dating process. You need to ask a lot of good, high quality questions about who they are in a fun way. Okay. You don't just be a robot and be boring and just ask stupid ass questions that are very boring and plain and mundane. So you want to make it fun and playful, because love is fun and playful, and you want to have a good time, of course, when you're dating people. But you want to make sure that you are asking high quality questions. What's their family like? What's their relationship with their parents, their siblings, their extended family? How did they grow up? How were they raised? Where were they raised? And try to stay away from going into politics too much. However, you do want to get an idea of what their viewpoint is, and see if that meshes with yours. And even for me, just recently, I met somebody, and that we're attracted to each other. I ended up calling her, and we talked on the phone for 5 or 10 minutes, and we had different viewpoints. And right there, it's just, there's no need to even go out on a date, because at that point, it's just, you got to think from the end. You got to think with the end in mind. So, I mean, if somebody has contradicting viewpoints than you do from the get-go, I mean, do you really want to waste your time? So, it's kind of like that with the whole cheating thing. If they don't have those good core values in place, it's just not, you're just going to set yourself up for failure. And the thing I want to say about this is that, you know, once you're asking good quality questions and you get a good idea, I mean, you'll find that you may know that you can have this person, and even you got to have the discipline and the strength to walk away even when you know you could have that person. And it's kind of like that thing what I just shared. I met somebody and we ended up having a phone conversation. I called to set up a date, and we ended up chatting for 5 minutes, and I found out that we just have different viewpoints on certain things. And even though I knew that I could, if I really wanted to, I could push the date, could have made things happen. I could tell she was very attracted to me when I met her, and vice versa. She's a good looking girl. But, it's just, you got to have the strength and discipline to know that, what, it's really not worth my time to go down this rabbit hole. And the most important thing, so that's that on just being able to have the strength and discipline to walk away from somebody, even if they're attractive and you can have them. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a high value person to do that. But most importantly, it also means you got to do the work on yourself, because if you don't have those qualities yourself, then you're not going to attract the type of person who does. Like attracts like. So you want to become the person that you want to attract in your life, which means you need to commit to actualizing to your highest self and growing to improve yourself to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And if you want to attract somebody who has those same type of qualities, you need to have those same qualities. And it is possible to attract people with those qualities, but if you don't have those qualities yourself, that person may not stick around for very long, because again, those conflicting core beliefs and values, it's just, people don't want to compromise on their core beliefs and values. So that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you never miss any time I release any new videos. And I'm going to post videos of links to the first 3 videos that I've done on this topic as well. If you haven't checked those out, make sure you check those out. And if you'd like to get my help on this topic, if you are struggling or if you would just like some guidance in this area, you can visit my website and book a coaching session with yours truly at escobarj.com. And at the very least, share this video with any of your friends and family. If you know anybody who's struggling or who's going through a tough time in this type of situation, or just need some good points and good areas to improve upon, that is my purpose, is to help as many people as I possibly can to self-actualize and grow. So by you helping me, you sharing this video helps me to do that. That being said, I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.